morning and welcome back to another Travels of Red Rover. I'm Sean.
And I'm Corinne.
And where are we today?
We are at the T.A. Moulton barn on Mormon Row in Grand Teton National Park.
And this should be an absolutely beautiful shot this morning. Unfortunately, we don't have any clouds up there.
No.
So we're not going to get any reflected light. But usually that means that we get the burning orange glow on the top of the mountains on a just prior to sunrise or just post sunrise shot. And even that shot is absolutely gorgeous.
So we're going to get started. We've got our positions set up, we got our tripods going, and we're waiting for the first light. Here's a pre-dawn, pre-sunrise view of our barn with the Teton Mountains in the background. It's usually ideal to set up the peak of the barn with one of the peaks of the mountains. That's one of the nice compositions here. You can see that the grass is worn away pretty badly at the front of the barn, so we're going to probably be working to minimize that foreground because it's not very attractive. And hopefully with that little bit of snow and the right conditions on sunrise, we'll get some nice little color on the peaks. That's what we're keeping our fingers crossed for.
So I set my camera up a little differently than Corrine's. I prefer to get the Teton Peak about halfway between the barn and the trees. I just like that location, and I have a nice balanced shot. One of the challenges with this particular shot, because of the angle we're on, it can look a little bit like the horizon's not set up correctly. I tend to fix that in post. And as also that Corinne mentioned earlier, it's, the foreground here is really awful. So we'll be getting rid of a lot of that, and I'll do that in post as well. So this will be a fairly, probably be a 16:9 formatted shot, and have a little bit of manipulation in order to make sure the horizon looks right at the end.
Here's the crowd showing up to do sunrise at the Moulton Barns. Not too bad this morning. A few have been and gone off to their next location because they only have a couple days, so they try and do a couple locations each morning. A little bit chilly here this morning, but very peaceful. Well, we're starting to get some nice light on the peaks. It's just gone from being quite pinkish to more white. Here on my camera, you can see the composition I've done. I've zoomed into the barn a little bit more and enhanced the peaks. I slightly underexpose the barn so that I get the correct light on the peaks, because it's easier in post-production to lighten up a small area of the barn than it is to try and decrease the light on those mountain peaks. So that's the tip for exposing this picture.
finished at the Mormon Barns, Corinne and I headed out to the Shane Cabins. These are a beautiful location, but we find we like them a little bit more after the sun has risen a little bit and given a little bit more light on the cabins.
So this is the Shane cabin, and it was built a long time back, but one of the reasons it's called Shane Cabin is there was a movie filmed here called Shane, based on a book. And the cabin was in much better shape back in those days. They don't do anything to keep this restored, so it's falling in on itself and won't be improved. Just allowed to go back to a natural state.
And we come here for a specific picture, which is the Tetons through the front window. Although there's not much left of these cabins, can you imagine how beautiful it would have been to have been living in this cabin overlooking the Tetons, and this is your front window? Absolutely gorgeous.
Sean's all hooded up. Protection from the mosquitoes. Lots of mosquitoes here in the Grand Tetons at this time of year.
One of the reasons that we come to the Tetons at this time of year is the wildflowers. There are just enormous numbers of types and varieties and colors, and it gives us an opportunity to create some interesting compositions using the wildflowers and the mountains in the background. We enjoy doing this, and the cabin is one of the really great places because it has some really interesting elements that can help frame the mountains and the wildflowers. Corinne was trying to take advantage of the beautiful purple flowers, the gate, and the mountains. And it was tough shooting because of the mosquitoes. Well, Corinne, what did you think of the photography this morning?
Well, it was nice weather, a very clear view of the Teton Mountains, but not many clouds.
Yeah, that's true. Not many clouds. We always look for the clouds to give some reflected light on the mountains. It always makes them a little bit more beautiful. But, you know, the Shane Cabin and the Mormon Barns seem like a nice combination for a morning shoot.
Yeah, you get the barns early in the day, and then you can make a good drive up here, not too far away, to the Shane Cabin on Gros Ventre Road. And just about the time you get here, the light's just about perfect.
And it was just about perfect this morning. We're just waiting for a little bit more light on the barn, or on the cabins, and it'll just make for almost a perfect shot. So we sure hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give us a thumbs up.
If you'd like to see more of our videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and you can hit that notification bell if you want to know when our new videos are posted.
And as always, we love hearing from you, so don't hesitate to send us a comment, a thought, an idea. Let us know if you saw us out here this morning. We saw a lot of folks over at the Mormon Barns this morning, and we just love hearing from you, and we respond to everybody. And so until next time, bye for now.
Bye for now.